God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 10 of Your Journey is Not Over. My name is Tanya Pearson Randolph. This is my own personal journey, and the expressions and opinions are of my own. I own all the rights to my personal journey, and to your journey is not over. Neither are to be used, copied, or edited in any way without my consent. Welcome back, even to myself. I do apologize for postponing and missing a couple episodes of the podcast. I had some priorities to take care of, so then I can now get back into my normal routine. I will say this, though. God made everything possible and was steps ahead of me, clearing the path every step I took, placing the right people in my path. I call them angels here on earth. There is too many to list, but I do want to say thank you to every single person who has displayed kindness in whatever way to me, prayed for me and my family. God hears our prayers, helped me. It always takes a village, and I am so grateful that God handpicked my village himself. Please know, I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. Again, thank you. And yes, it feels good to be able to get back to my routine, my schedule, my life, get back to my normal. It's like a breath of fresh air. As I always say, it's been a journey, but as long as we do our part, then God makes sure we travel our journey and arrive at our destination safely and right on time. And as I joke always, God's planes are never delayed. Again, always right on time. Knowing that eliminates any anxiety or worry or frustration. Gotta trust God, always. Now jumping back into where I left off. Yes, devastation and shock doesn't even describe my emotions when the lady on the other end of my phone told me about a policy that was worth $25,000 and was taken out on me in 1985 by my mom. And also, she made herself the beneficiary of this policy. Truly, at the time, in 1986, when I was in the hospital, and I watched her being confronted by my doctor, yes, I concepted it, but she flipped the script on me so fast, turning everything on me, like I'd done something wrong. There's that Stockholm Syndrome. It's a real thing, especially when you've been conditioned to this your whole life. And yes, I did voice it to my brother the first chance I got. The second I heard his voice, I crumbled. How could she do this to me was all I could ask him. He and I were like battle buddies in this nightmare we were both born into. So I could confide in him, be weak, vulnerable, crumble with my brother. And yes, I told my close friends. She tried to kill me. So yes, looking back, I did concept it. But just thinking, it was out of hate. What I was used to from her. It somehow made it seem normal, as sad as that is. There is nothing normal about what was done and what I experienced. And yes, my mind travels back to the few times that she did come to the hospital. She was angry that I survived. That was the energy that I was reading those times that she was there. And yes, I have reflected and thought about my doctor and the decisions he made pertaining to me. He and I had gotten close, and he would come really early and bring me breakfast. And then he would stay with me for my food to digest, to make absolutely sure I didn't throw up. It was protocol for me. My doctor knew I have an amazing dad, and I had a lot of support from my friends and from my school. I was well established and very active at school, very active with my friends, my jobs. So looking back, I'm sure it was a hard call for him to make. He even told me when she busted my eardrum after the hospital stays, I pray I made the right decisions regarding you, Tanya. My doctor got to know me personally and telling me to help him to help me. I opened up completely, and truly, I personally think that uprooting me, taking me away from my dad, my friends, my school, my jobs, would have only added to the trauma. And I needed all of that support to get better. So that's why I think, I don't know for sure, but why my doctor didn't follow protocol with me. It would have done more damage than good for me. Also, after finding out about the insurance policy, a lot of things that didn't make sense then begin to make sense to me. Don't I always say that though? What doesn't make sense at that time will one day begin to make sense. And yes, things begin to come together for me. Again, almost like a puzzle. The pieces start forming a picture, a sad picture. Well, the lies and the manipulation that I was anorexic or bulimic, and that I was doing this to myself. She told this to everyone that would listen to ensure that I got no sympathy, no support from family. I didn't need sympathy. I needed love, protection, and support. Also, it ensured that she would get by with it. With the premeditation, the insurance policy, the lies, the manipulation, the poisoning itself, she had it all calculated and planned out precisely. What she didn't plan on, though, is I am covered and protected by God, and that I would survive, not once, but twice. And where she messed up, as calculating as she was, well, she did make a mistake with that deadly dose in that vegetable soup that dropped me quick. Again, my dad got so good at catching me. I truly don't think my head ever hit the floor, not once. Hey, Dad, ditto. As bad as it was, I was sent back less than 24 hours after I'd been released, after almost 3 weeks of no pass outs, no throwing out my food, rehabilitating and trying to get my strength and some weight put back on. Well, that was her mistake because it was then, again, traumatic for me at the time to be strapped down. But it was a test that had to be done. And it was that test, better known as the spinal tap, that gave the answers my doctor had been searching for. She was trying to kill me, and now I know, all for money. Truly, me now, my healed version of myself, I can't even begin to wrap my head around what's worse because she hated me or because of money. $25,000. I do not own the rights to the things that I chose to share today. I hope today you remember how far you've come, not how far you still have to go, not all the things that are still left on your list. Just this. You made it through things that once felt impossible. You've had days where getting out of bed felt like a battle, nights where you cried and didn't tell a single soul. And yet, here you are, still standing, still showing up, and that matters. That's strength. That's God. You can make it through anything. I know you're tired. Tired of holding it all together. Tired of being strong when no one really sees how much you are carrying. But I need you to hear this. You have made it through things that were meant to break you, moments that felt impossible, days you didn't think you would survive. And still, here you are. It's not been easy, but you have kept on showing up, and that matters more than you know. So, whatever you're facing right now, you can make it through this too. You always have, and you always will. With God, all things are possible. Before I end today, I want to share. I receive a lot of gifts, notes, messages, and I'm ever so grateful for each and every one. I'm grateful I was even thought of. And somehow, it's God, of course. They always come at the perfect time. When I need uplifted, or a reason to smile, or a reminder of this journey that I am on, and encouragement to keep going. Well, Monday, I got the most precious little bottle of sand. I call it my bottle of sunshine, and I will treasure it always, as I do everything I receive. I'm very sentimental, so I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for my bottle of sunshine. So Tuesday, I went to my P.O. box, and there was a notice to get a package. I haven't ordered anything, so I wasn't expecting anything. So then I go to the counter, and the gentleman went to retrieve it for me. He comes back, and it's a package from overseas. He was just as curious as I was, so I opened it right there. I received an official Army hoodie and a note that reads, "We are all listening to you and supporting you. Keep going." I literally broke down. They were tears of gratitude. And God bless our troops and the sacrifices that they themselves make along with their families. May God be with you all so very far from home. And may God protect you and keep you safe and bring you home safely. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And I will always treasure my hoodie. And I will wear it with so much pride. I am proud to be an American. Again, God bless you all. And God, please be with everyone affected by the war. We are all God's children. This concludes my podcast for today. Please join me next Tuesday. Listen in. And always remember, your journey is not over. God bless.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows.